Guys, welcome back. It's finally time to start some seeds. We amended all of our raised beds in the last video, and it's finally time to get all of our cold season crops started in the garden. And we're going to be doing some direct sowing today, and we're also going to be planting some peas in the garden that we started about 2 videos ago. So if you're new here, hi guys, my name is Marsha, the Blackthumbgardener, and I live in Ontario, Canada, Zone 5B, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back. And thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now let's get started. Before we start sowing our seeds, we need to set up a polling system on this bed.
When I look at you like that, you lose it completely. Losing track of space and time. I don't wanna go home looking for a reason to stay here all night. I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same, the blood's rushing through your veins. And then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see. Bet I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down. Just go on and tell me, get into my eyes and everything.
Okay, this is what it looks like from afar. I think I need to fix the left side in the front, but other than that, I think it brings a visual element that draws your eye all the way to the back. Because we have this trellis structure here and then the raised beds are low, when I come here, my eye automatically goes to that back trellis. And I think when it's filled with lots of peas, it's gonna look absolutely beautiful. I'm thinking to intermingle the sugar snap peas with the sweet peas. I think that color at the back would just look really, really nice. I'm so excited. It looks so good. So now it's time to plant our peas first, and then we're going to do some direct sowing in that bed, and then we're going to work our way through the garden. And I did have to take time to go through my planting plan and rearrange things again just because of the pH in my Vago raised bed. And my entire planting guideline is based on companion planting rules. So for example, you don't want to plant peas with onions. Also, you don't want to plant onions with asparagus, but asparagus also works really well with tomatoes. So there are some planting rules that you should use as kind of a guideline. You don't have to follow it if you have a small space, but I highly recommend it because it can be beneficial to your plant or it could be the detriment to your plants. So on that note, let's get planting. So we're going to be starting today with the pea seedlings. I'm not going to plant all of them today, just a few. I think I do want to plant some flowers with some of the sugar snap peas or the Oregon sugar pod too. So that's what I'm looking for right now. Yeah, I'm just going to carry it like this. Let's go. I am so happy about planting today. Man, the weather is nice. It's just, guys, I hope you're getting in your garden and you're having fun because I'm definitely having fun. Okay, let's put this down. All right, guys, so let's go through the selection that I'm planting today. I have the Oregon Sugar Pod 2. This is a snow pea, really tasty. And then we have the Sugar Daddy Sugar Snap peas. Now I only had one that came up out of 4, and I'm not going to wait for the others to come up. I'm just gonna sow some seeds and that will be that. And then we have 2 sweet pea varieties. We have Midnight. This is a dark burgundy sweet pea. And finally, we have the Late Spencer blend. This is a multicolor sweet pea. I figured it would be nice to have sweet peas and sugar snap peas at the back. Now, one thing with planting peas, sugar snap peas, sweet peas, any of the peas, is that you don't need to fertilize them. These guys are supposed to be nitrogen fixers. Of course, after spending months in the soil, they would eventually start fixing nitrogen, but you don't need to add fertilizer. And if you do decide to add fertilizer, try not to add too much just because it ends up weakening the plant. It doesn't need it. So I would just skip out on the fertilizer. What I would do instead is add a really good compost, and I'm going to be amending the holes with worm casting, and that's it. No fertilizer, nothing else. So I planted my peas this year in these containers. These are root trainers, and the reason why you would use root trainers for peas is that they have a long taproot and they can become stunted if you put them in shallow containers, but you can still grow them in whatever container you choose. And this is really great because it just opens up. It's a clamshell design. And this again is from Lee Valley. It's $2.50 for a package that includes 4 cells that you can plant in. So I'm excited because this is my first year using it. So we're going to open it up and take a look at what's inside. So you're just supposed to be able to like pop this part open. Guys, look at this. You see how the roots go all the way down? Look at that. And this one, obviously there's no seedling in here. The seed hasn't germinated. I don't know what's going on with the seed. Let's see where it's at. Oh, where's the seed, guys? Did I not plant this cell? I know I did. Oh, look, it looks like the seed has rotted. Oops. Here, I'll show it to you here. It's all squishy and stuff. It rotted out. So we're just gonna plant these 3 right here. And it looks so good. And all you do is you can literally just take this out. Look at that. Look at the roots. So nice. I'm really excited about that. Let's take the others out. Look at this, guys. Oops, I don't want the roots to break. Look at that. And then we get to reuse this for next year. So I'm gonna put this to the side and then let's dig our holes. I'm just gonna plant it right in front. Grab my worm castings and just spread a little bit at the bottom. Plop this guy in, and that's it. Very easy to plant. All right, so we planted the Oregon Sugar Pod 2. So I have 1 in the front, 1 in the back, and then 1 back here. So we have 3 in this section. It looks really good. Okay, time to plant the rest.
It's like we're running in circles, going around every day, getting stuck in the hurdles of yesterday. Don't you wanna go further away from the fray? Let's not get stuck in our worries. We'll make our own way. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd. Just you and me together, it will all seem better outside. Just us in the sky.
Okay, we're done planting our peas. So again, we have Oregon Sugar Pod 2 in the front and in the back. In the middle, we have Late Spencer Blend. And then over here, we have the Sugar Daddy. And then we have the Midnight Sweet Peas. And right now, what we have left here is the Alderman. This is the Tall Telephone Peas. it needs to be watered. I'm really bad at watering. And then we also have over here, this is the Janet Scott. I might, if I get time, I might tuck it in that space. But for now, I'm thinking of putting this in a container and getting some more bamboo and staking it. And then maybe I'll add the tall telephone to that one as well. So time to go through the seeds that I'm going to be planting in this bed. And my garden plan is not fancy. It's just written on a piece of scrap paper in pencil. And in this bed, I call this the cedar raised bed. We're going to be planting some lettuce, radishes, nasturtiums are going to be on the corner. And then we have carrots, spinach, and celery. So we're going to be starting lettuce, radishes, and carrots and spinach in this bed from seed today. The spinach I'm going to be planting in the middle so that as the temperature warms up, hopefully it'll be shaded out by the peas. And the lettuce and radishes I'll be planting, and the carrots I'll be planting in the front row. So let's grab the varieties that I'm going to be starting today. For spinach, I'm going to start some Bloomsdale spinach, but I have those spinach seedlings as well, and I forgot that I had them. So I'm going to grab them and plant a couple in the middle as well, but I'm also going to start some Bloomsdale. I just find that when I start spinach seeds, somehow they disappear. So I'm going to plant this, but I'm also going to grab the seedlings. Then for the lettuce, let's see what we have next. Yep. For lettuce, I'm not going to plant anything too big. I like Coastal Star, but this one gets pretty big. So I'm going to plant some lower cut and come again lettuce. I have this Selenite loose leaf lettuce. I'm going to plant that in the front. I also want some color, so I'm trying to find, I picked up this new red fire. I don't know if there are any seeds inside. That's one thing I'm really bad at. I'm not really good at throwing away seed packets. There are. So I'm going to plant these two, Selenite and New Red Fire. They're both loose leaf lettuce varieties. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to do carrots. And there are so many carrot varieties, and I love growing carrots in my garden. Actually, this is the best time of year to start carrots. If you live in a warm environment, you should be starting your carrots over the winter because they'll do really well for you. So let's say November, December, January, February, great time if you're in a warm climate to start carrots, although you can start them now. I love the Yaya carrot by West Coast Seeds. This is one of my favorite. And then what else do we have? Lettuce, carrots, spinach. There was one more thing I needed. Radishes. Yeah, I needed radishes. And for radish, I am going to go with, I have no radish seeds. Guys, where are my radish seeds? I do have this variety. It's the Easter egg blend, but my favorite is French breakfast, and I thought I had some, but I don't. So I'm just going to plant the Easter egg blend for now. I'm going to plant the seaside spinach. There are two varieties here. There is seaside, that's on this side, and then on this side we have Little Hero. I'm just going to do a quick row in the middle, and that's where I'm going to plant the spinach. Just going to sprinkle the seeds here. So I'm going to close that back up. Okay guys, this bed is done. We do need to water it, but I'll do that at the end. So we have the Easter egg blend radish in the front. We have the Selenite and New Red Fire lettuce in the next row over, in this row. Then in between the pea seedlings, we have the Yaya carrots here and also here. And then back here we have the spinach. So my hope is that The carrots will grow in between and the peas will grow up the trellis. And then I'll add a little bit of shade for the spinach that's in between. Whew, okay, now that that's done, I need to grab a drink of water and then we're gonna work on the middle raised bed. And in the middle raised bed, we are adding cilantro and chives. That's it, pretty simple. Well, there we go. So look at this chive plant. It has been stuck in that container for so long. So I want to give this a little bit more space. So I'll be planting it in this corner of the raised bed. And I think it will do well here. This will be great at protecting the tomatoes that will be in this bed. But I want to open up the roots first because it has been like just stuck here for so long. I'm sure it would have done fine this season, but I do want to give it a little bit more space. And I do want to trim off the top or get rid of this stuff as well. Just leave that there for now. For this, I am going to use some worm castings and also some fertilizer. I don't think this has been fertilized in a very long time. So I want to get that done as well. I just need a big enough space. I use this granular fertilizer from ProMix. It's the NPK is a 4-4-8, so nitrogen 4, phosphorus 4, potassium 8. I find it works well. It's intended for tomatoes, vegetables, and fruit. I pretty much use it for most of the plants that I'm going to be transplanting into the garden. Okay. I think it will do so much better in this bed than where it's been. So we're in the opposite corner where the chives are, and we're going to be planting some cilantro. This is actually not cilantro, I just realized. Here we go. So I saved the cilantro seeds from the plant that I have the year before. So I've been building seeds in this container since 2022. And a lot of it I take out during CD Saturdays and I give away. So this is kind of what's left of all the years accumulated. Cilantro seeds are so easy to save. And when the pods dry, I just usually cut them, dump them into a paper bag, put them in my cupboard, and then I come back to it when it's time to do CD Saturday. And I highly recommend that you save your cilantro seeds. I find that these do really well in my garden, so I will forever save cilantro seeds. So they're pretty easy to start. One thing with cilantro, you want to get it started early because these guys are quick to bolt as well once the temperatures warm up. So I'm just going to plant a few in this corner right here. And I think we are planting cilantro in a few areas of my raised bed. This is what it looks like. You can start cilantro indoors and transplant it into the garden. I personally think it's better if you direct sow it, but do what you need to do. Easy peasy. So if I have too many seedlings, because I did dump a bunch of seeds here, and that's just because a lot of my seeds are old. So if I do have a lot of seedlings that come up, I will spread it throughout the garden as well. So don't limit where you plant your seeds to just the area that you have. You can totally transplant your seedlings to other areas of the garden if you have too many in one spot. If you're wondering where I get this bucket from, it's from IKEA. I find it so handy. I just dump all of my seed containers in here with my labels, what I need to plant. And it's so handy because when I'm done, I take this back down to the grow room, put everything away. Fantastic for organization. So we are in what I consider the tall left bed. And in this bed, we're going to be planting sweet peppers, carrots, red onions, spinach, and beets. So today, all we need to do is plant up some of the spinach seedlings that we have. We're also going to be direct sowing some carrots, spinach, and then the beets. So let's do that now. So in this bed, I'm going to be starting the red sun carrots. I grew this last fall absolutely love the color of the carrots, so I picked up another pack this season. So that's what I'm going to be starting today. We're going to plant up the rest of the spinach. This is Little Hero spinach. We're going to plant some more Bloomsdale spinach. I think we're going to do some Boro beets. This one is really sweet, so we're going to try this one today.
Just one glass in, you're already on my mind. When it gets late, I always realize that I need you. Are you thinking about me tonight? It's no secret, all my friends already know. There's no reason to hold it back, I let it show. All my feelings, are you thinking about me tonight?
On to the right raised bed. In this bed, we're going to put peppers, hot peppers, carrots, onions, spinach, beets. So we're going to replicate what we did over on this bed. So we're going to do spinach, beets, and carrots in this bed. This one is Bloomsdale. There's not a lot that's come up, but I'm going to plant whatever's here anyways. So I'm going to start off with the carrots. I think I'm going to try Volcano. I don't think I've grown this one before, so might as well try it now.
They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown, but I'm too curious for that. Might be a little crazy, I don't mind. I like the way it feels, no need to set off the alarm. No, see, I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone. Oh, I'm so high, so high, I'm erase the arrow.
Okay, so in this last bed, I need to add a bag of compost. I didn't do that yet. And then we're going to plant. Let me grab my planting plan. I forgot what I was going to plant here. We are going to plant some, where are we? Asparagus, oh, we're going to plant some cilantro, radishes, and dill. So let's get the planting area ready, and then we'll plant those seeds. So the dill I'm using is from my garden from 4 years ago, and I still have a ton left. So that's what we're going to be using today. This time I'm going to try coastal star lettuce. On this end of the bed, I'm going to put some of the dill down here. And then on this end of the bed, I'm going to put the cilantro. Oops, too much, too much, too much. Oh my gosh, too much. Way too many seeds, oops. Hey guys, we have finally finished planting and watered all of the raised beds that we planted. I'm going to show you around quickly and then we'll be done for the day. It's not much, but this is what everything looks like right now. Things are coming together, and that back trellising system, chef's kiss. I absolutely love it. Now, I didn't share everything that I planted today just to make the process go by faster. If you want to see a longer video, let me know in the comments. I am more than happy to accommodate. But guys, it is finally time to get into the garden. So I hope you are enjoying the weather. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.